You're live. How's all doing, people? I'm keeping it quiet because it's late. It's late at night, guys. So I'm not going to be too loud. So I'm having a cup of tea here. How's all doing? Tabar, Jamie's Madhouse. No Mask. Good to see you, buddy. Just thought I'd have a wee stream. Since I kind of had to cut it short last night. Well, it wasn't short, it was a fucking long one, but I'll do it to my bed because it was like 3 in the morning. So I just started this one in case anybody wanted a wee chat about last night's debate or anything really. I was listening to Jamie's earlier with Dalibor. God, he's fucking hilarious. That guy's hilarious, man. Dalibor. Fuck you. You're fucking waste of space. He's funny, actually. Listen to him. So who's there? Apart from Tabar, Jamie. Was it just Tabar, Jamie? What happened last night? Well, I had like a monologue for about an hour because another YouTuber called Liam Gracie, he asked me to do a stream. So I said, all right. And I started it at midnight and he didn't want it at midnight. It's like, well, it's my channel. You ask me to do a stream. I get to decide what fucking time I do it. You know me, guys. I always do late streams. I never do an early stream for no cunt. Never mind him. I always have late streams because I've got a family and I sit and watch TV and noisy kids and stuff like that. So I always do my streams late. I always have done late streams. Which doesn't make me always the best mood because sometimes I'm quite tired to do these streams. Sometimes these streams are just the end of a long day. I'm just winding down. It's Bright there. You there, Bright? Brighty boy. How you doing, pal? I still can't see your comments, mate. So we'll see who else turns up. I'll see if I put the link in the chat. Is my volume alright, guys? I don't know, it would be too low. At the same time, I never wake everyone up. I watched the one where you addressed him but didn't see last night. Well, he eventually came on last night, but he came on a bit fucking aggressive, like. So I'll remember that next time instead of giving him a nice welcome. You know what I mean? You welcome someone on your fucking live streams and they come in fucking acting like a punk. So I'll remember that next time for the wee prick. Because like I said, in these live streams, when you let people on them, they have to show some kind of level of respect to a certain degree. Because they're coming into your home, you know what I mean? If they didn't, you just kick them off. Simple as that. Oh, maybe it was the same one then. Quick weekend. Let's see if I throw the fucking link out there. I'll throw the link out early. I've got a tendency to talk for like an hour before I put the link out. We'll see who shows. The thing is, I didn't think people get notifications right away. It's still on my channel, it's pretty long. Just skip about an hour of it. Mind you, the first hour is probably entertaining, like when I'm just goofing around. It's still up on my channel. It's up for the world to see. It deserves to stay up, I think. Right, more. Let's comment. So hope you all had a good weekend. I went out with the boy on Saturday. We went to Tim Hortons in Motherwell. Because there's no Tim Hortons around here in the Lothians or Edinburgh. Not that I know of. But there's one right beside the Motherwell Stadium. Fir Park Stadium. Uh, Pretty expensive. It wasn't that great. You know what I mean, it was just the whole novelty going to a Tim Hortons, but it wasn't that great. Like, and the service wasn't that great. Just a wee bit better than McDonald's. Was that I've not looked back on the stream, so I didn't know how bad it was buffering. But it usually happens when I'm walking through trees. Um, it's one of these things, guys. Like, I can't win. Kind of like I like to go remote. I like to go into nature, but at the same time, the signal shit. So I might just start filming it with my new GoPro rather than do live streams. I might just film full walks, a couple of hours filming, and then just put it together like a walk. How you doing, Dagon? Nice to see you, mate. V Thomas resisted a McPlant. So proud of myself. Apparently, these burgers are going to be getting better. Closer and closer, these vegetarian fucking vegan burgers, man. I want to try one. Well, I probably would try one, actually. Thing is, these meats, these vegan meats, they lack the sort of animal oils and sort of juices to digest them properly, to sort of mash them up in your mouth. I had a vegan sausage roll from Greg's, and it was exactly the same as a fucking sausage roll from Greg's. It tasted the same. It was the same texture, but when you chewed the sausage roll, it just wouldn't break up in your mouth. Do you know, usually your saliva breaks up the food in your mouth when you're chewing. It's sort of like, you could just keep chewing it, it would just dissolve eventually without you really consciously swallowing. But with those sausage rolls, you're like chewing and chewing and chewing. It just turns into like a fucking dough ball in your mouth and you just swallow this lump. So, although these meats are getting close, they lack that animal juice that sort of helps it sort of chew better. It just had that white graphic page and a spin circle not checked on playback. I need to go back and check these videos. Just delete them. What's the point in having buffery videos up? I don't know, guys. This YouTube thing's starting to grate on me. I'm starting to get I'm coming to a crossroads with it again. I keep coming to crossroads with my YouTube channel. I start thinking, like, where am I going? What's the direction with the channel? Winter's coming up, so am I going to get back into my research? Am I going to start doing hangouts again? Am I going to... I'm I've got a fucking few things going on in my mind about YouTube. I will have them as an occasional treat, but in honesty, prefer lentils or beans, which are healthier and cheaper. Aye, they are probably. I've had really a shitty appetite lately. I don't know if it's a change of weather or whatever, but just my appetite lately, it's been pretty crappy. Like, I've been hungry, but when I start eating, it's like it doesn't take much to fill me up. I'm getting sort of satisfied quite early, or I'm getting sick of the food quite early. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is right now. I'm actually pretty tired. Like I said, I just done this stream because I said last night that and maybe do a stream again if Liam wanted to continue what he's saying because his fucking phone died. I often watch your walks, Jed, lurking in the chat. Good stuff, Dagon. I see you in the chat, man, sometimes. The walks are good. Like the walks are good for me, like for my mental, because all week I've got people in my ear stressing kind of about work. And it's just dealing with everybody day to day, and then you just sort of get that weekend just to walk it away, walk all the worries away. Aye, the history stuff. Like I said, I don't know where to go with this channel right now. I like my history as well, and I like my walks, and I'm just trying to figure out how to sort of combine them and just make cleaner videos. You know what I mean? Better edited videos. Maybe take my time editing the videos again, because I used to take my time editing videos. I just find the live streams are like a quick way to do a video, and it's a cheat in a way. But people like the lives because you get every bit of video. But at the same time, you can only live stream at 720. Resolution at 720. Like I can film in 5K now with my GoPro. Not that anyone's got a 5K TV or that, but if I wanted to, I can film in 5K, 5.1K. So I might just do more filming than live streaming, and put it together like a live stream, kind of like I'm doing a walk. Right. So we've got V Thomas, No Mask, Dagon Morningstar, mixing a bit of news of the day. Oh, but it's the same old shit, Dagon, eh? If I was to say news of the day, I'd probably say the same shit over and over again. Ukraine war, fucking oil prices, fucking, it's the same shit, mate. I want to use this channel more as a distraction than what's happening in the world. And watching 360. You can watch this in 360 because it's just my face on the screen, so there's nothing fancy to watch. I would advise that to anybody watching YouTube. If you lower the resolution, you get a better signal. The buffering isn't as hard. I try and use YouTube as a bit of escapism. You know what I mean? It's my hobby. And I do love my YouTube, man. That's why I got the GoPro. My missus was trying to book me a holiday or something for my 40th. And I just didn't want to really go anywhere. And I just told her, like, I want a GoPro. So that's where I'll use it most on my YouTube stuff. Mind you, saying that, I've got a drone and I've not used it as much as I should have. Epic, don't try buff my signal, pal. Dunny try. Dunny try and buff my signal, pal. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Like I said, I'm just waiting for particular people to come in if they want to continue this shit for last night. But quite honest with you, I'm quite tired. I've got work in the morning. So if Liam shows up, I'll give him half an hour of my time, something like that. My brother lost his drone first time out to a big tree. That dude's gnarly. He is gnarly, man. I'm already waking people up. He'll end up a cult leader. He is. He's got the makings for it. Yeah. Definitely. That's what I'm trying to. I don't know, man. I'm trying to like sort of warn him that he's going down the wrong path here. Maybe I'm going a bit the wrong way, to be honest with you. Because he's just a young guy, yeah. He's just a whippersnapper. YouTube is the best. I don't know why there's people jumping like Rumble and fucking. Because at the end of the day, all these new social sites, when they're not that popular, you get plenty. Like you get a free roam. But as soon as these sites get popular, that's when the rules start coming in. Jamie found that out with that fucking, what was the other one? Live something. I mean, Jamie Brown jumps to all these other fucking things, and then at first they're good because you get to post whatever you want, and then suddenly when it gets a bit more popular, they've got rules coming in. You know what I mean? And YouTube's done it all, so it's still the best place. I think YouTube. I like YouTube, man. And I hope YouTube lasts for another 20 years so I can look back on all my videos and go, fuck's sake, man. Check me out, I had hair there. Check me out, I was handsome. Check my son out, he was just a wee laddie. Now he's a man. You know, I hope YouTube's like a time capsule in the future. And I use it as a time capsule now because my son started using YouTube when he was about 6 or 7. And I look back on his wee streams. It's funny. YouTube's better the devil, you know. All the platforms sell it. Aye, for advertising, all the platforms sell it eventually. Doesn't matter who you go to, Rumble, fucking Twitch. It doesn't matter who you go to. Eventually you'll be censored and monetized. If you want your money, you need to keep your mouth shut. You need to go with the narrative. You can't swear, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't say this, you can't say that. All just for some money. I'd rather just say what I fucking want and I don't care about adverts. Fuck it. I've got a job, so I didn't rely on YouTube for any money. So when people come to my channel, it's kind of like YouTube Premium. You don't get to be bombarded with any adverts or any shit like that. Or any cheesy patter at the end of my videos. Like, subscribe, and remember, share around people. To be honest, I quite like my small audience because I am pretty controversial. And the stuff I say, that it should be within a small audience because the mainstream population, they just when they get it. And you know this, guys. That's why you're here. Don't swear and worship NASA. Aye, fuck NASA. Like NASA's one of the biggest frauds. Elon Musk, this whole Tesla company, man. They're going down the pan soon. All the other car companies are making electric cars now, and the fucking Tesla, they'll be left in fucking the dust by like BMW and Audi and all that when they start making proper electric cars. Tesla will be fucked. Tesla's AI pish as well. Nikola Tesla going on about his AI. A lot of shit. He's done nothing for AI, Tesla. Smash the likes. That's corny as fuck, man. Smash the likes. That's just fucking corny, man. It's cliche as fuck. Again, there's only so many times you can hear that in a video. Right, people, before I continue, smash that like button. Let the video get seen. I didn't want seen, to be honest with you. I didn't want seen. I just want a few people to share my experiences. And a few people that appreciate it. All these fucking trolls that hang around. These little guys that they've got this fascination with me for some fucking reason. They're not interested in my videos, they're interested in me. That's fucking weird, man. Don't forget to ring that bell. Share it wherever you can. Share it on Facebook, share it to your granny. She's gonna love this shit, your granny. She's gonna hear Jed calling you a fucking fanny. No, this shit doesn't get shared with your granny or your kids. That's why every video that I post up is not for kids. It's not for kids. It's not aimed at kids. None of this shit's for kids. In fact, none of this shit's for anyone under 18. Because at 18-year-old, I used to think I was a fucking man. Yeah, I'm 18, I'm a man, I can do what I want. You're still a fucking boy, man. You're still a boy. You think you're a man at 18, but you're still a boy. Then you get to 21 and you think you're a man. And you look back at 30-year-old and you're like, fucking hell, at 21 I was still a boy at 21-year-old. I mean, like, where do you turn into that man? I guess when you stop giving a fuck about people. That's when you turn into a man. You stop giving a fuck about people's opinions about you. That could be at any age, I suppose. What bairns are? Oh, kids. Sorry, did I say bairns? Kids. Children. Bairns is a word for children. Sorry. I forget sometimes. I get too Scottish. But I do say bairns in general. That's what we call kids here. Bairns. The old bairns. Aye, bairns. Aye, kids. Bairns. I chop and change. I try and tone it down a little bit for my YouTube audience, because I know I've got quite a few American and Australian and Canadian people watching, so they didn't understand all the lingo. I'm just making a wee smoke here, guys. I'm just making a wee smoke since I'm one of the children of Israel. I'm an Israelite people. I thought about what Liam said to me. I had a dream about a burning bush. And I realised that, do you know what? Liam's right. Because my name's Wolf, I am the tribe of Benjamin. Aye, makes sense now. Because a wolf is Benjamin's heraldry. Do you get it? So, he was right all along. That proves it all. Gorgeous moon tonight. It was a gorgeous moon last night, but the time before I got a chance to show you guys, man, I ran to the window and it was fucking moving fast. Like I looked up at it and then I felt like 5 minutes later I looked up and it fucking moved like way past my window anyway. I had to creak my neck around to see where the fuck it was. There's no way we landed on that fucking thing. There's no way we landed on the moon, man. I don't care what anybody said. That's something I always take to the grave, that we never landed on that fucking moon. Like, that's one of the biggest lies ever told. It's a fucking moon landing. Like, I don't care what any cunt says. Anunnaki, the one got to go to work. No. Now. Good to see you, Anunnaki. Nice one, man. Moon was massive, low in the sky. I can't see it right now. It's been pretty cloudy, to be honest with you. It's been raining the past couple of days. Raining. I can see it. It's a full moon. That's maybe why I'm getting this urge. God, it's moving quick. Guys, I'm staring at it. I can see it moving. It's going past my window. The moon is moving fast as fuck, guys. Honestly. It's moving like, it's almost like an aircraft. It must be its orbit. It must be the, I don't know, I can't know why it looks like it's going so fast. Like all the other stuff when I was studying, when I was trying to show flat earthers stuff about moon phases and all these different things that kind of debunks the flat earth. The one thing that always got me was eclipses. Eclipses were just unexplainable. It's just amazing how the sun and the moon could be the same size if they're so far apart. It just blows my mind that that's just a coincidence. That is fucking the sun and the moon being the same size as the passage is something blows my mind. Like that fucking does blow my mind. That alone. Our moon, compared to all other planets' moons, is massive. It's bullshit to say it was made from Earth. Look at Jupiter's size versus its own moons, or Saturn, or any other planet. They dwarf the moons. But Jupiter's a gas planet. If you actually look at Jupiter, it's just like storms. It's made up of like fucking high velocity moving storms. And you can actually see this with a telescope, and you can see the eye of Jupiter is just like a big fucking tornado. Again, it's gas. It's just gas. So I think its moons are rock. I think it's got like Europa. Europa is probably one of its most famous ones. I remember photographing Jupiter's moons. I was photographing Jupiter and I got the moons by accident. I didn't realise I could catch the crescents, the light shining off the moons. It was pretty cool. How you doing, Motor? Epic says, and it's crazy the ratio and to scale it ties into the measurements and scale of the pyramids. It's some of these things you'll just never explain, I suppose, guys. We'll never know. You know what I mean? We'll never know. And it's cool. It's cool not to know because that's what makes these things mysterious. If we knew, it would take away that mystique about these things. So in a way, I like to not know why the sun and the moon are exactly the same size, even though one's much further away than the other and one's much bigger than the other. It's just, like I said, it blows my mind to think that they can cross each other and be the same size from Earth. That's just something that's unreal. Like, it's almost beyond coincidental. Yeah, I can hear my daughter kicking about now. There's my voice, it just fucking reverberates through the house. How do you know that? You can fit 76 Earths in Saturn. 88 Earths in Jupiter's diameter. Where are their photographic data that Jupiter and Saturn are gas giants? Well, if you just look at the surface of the planets, when you look through the telescope, Anunnaki, when you look at Saturn and you look at Jupiter, they've not got solid lines, they've not got solid edges to their, they're like misty, they're gaseous. And you see the fuzziness around them that makes them gas. They're made up of chemicals or whatever it is. Fuck knows what it is. I couldn't tell you what it is like. But you can easily get a telescope and look at these things. You can look at Saturn, you can look at Jupiter. And you can look at the moon. And you can see the moon's not made of gas. Just by the craters and shit like that on the surface. Fuck knows about Mars, by the way, because I've never really looked at any decent pictures of Mars. I know Mars is meant to be a rock planet. It says it's interesting they don't show actual pictures of space but reconstruct data from lasers. Yep. All the NASA pictures are fucking CGI reconstructions, fucking compositions. Because they have to. They have to. I'll just get a telescope out and look up at the sky. I'll go by that. Fuck NASA and all the currents, man. I'll just look through a telescope. All these solar systems far, far away and all this shit. I'll leave them to waffle on about that shit. How much was it Earth currency? How much was what? You need mass to have such great gravitational pull. What, you're talking about Jupiter again, Anunnaki? There may be something in the middle of it. Maybe something in the middle of Jupiter, I suppose. I don't know, Matt. And I suppose lots of particles or material can be mass. Jupiter landmass is greater than all bullshit scientists claim. What if an egg for a giant space dragon? Consensus says we went to the moon. A consensus of 5-year-olds also says Santa exists. Now I'm with you on this one, guys. I didn't really swallow this whole space travel shit. Like, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy humans can leave the atmosphere, to be honest with you. They may be able to get some machines up there to a certain degree, but I still don't think they can get enough fuel on board these machines because they have to be big and they need lots of fuel to get them out of the atmosphere. So it's just, they need enough fuel just to get them in the atmosphere, and then it's just floating. They're practically just floating around. I mean, it's a joke, and I think the ISS could be just a fucking satellite orbiting. There's something up there, the ISS. You can actually fucking look up and see the ISS flying around, but is there anybody on it? Probably not. What a waste of fucking money that would be to put people on that thing. How you doing, okay? Right, guys, it's 10 to 1. That rocket that landed in that center, the Falcon X, that's fucking bullshit. I've done a video on my channel, guys, that laughs at the Falcon X stuff. Like, they were using all these different cameras and they couldn't get the cameras right in the landing. I think I'm going to have to go up and tuck my daughter into bed and tell her off. Jupiter needs to devour another planet in order to turn it into a star, which we don't want that to happen. It's good to see so many people in chat that's very sceptical about the moon stuff. This is the kind of people I like, because if you see the evidence of them landing on the moon, or to see the evidence of them not landing, just the way they act as well, and there's a lot of motivation why they would fake land on the moon. It was all to do with the whole technology and wasting Russian technology and money. The American moon landing bankrupted Russia because the Russians were trying to fucking compete with the whole moon landing shit. And they probably realised, fuck, they faked all that shit and we've wasted all this money trying to get to the moon when it's not even fucking possible. So there was motivation to fake the moon landing. And even if they turned around in the future and said, you know what, guys, we faked the moon landing to stop a nuclear war with Russia. We were just flexing our muscles, showing that Russia's technology was inferior to ours. And do you know what? I'm sure the public would accept that. They say, do you know what? Good on you guys. Again, you faked something for the good of mankind. Fair enough, maybe you never landed on the moon, but you stopped the world being destroyed. We would accept that. But they need to come out and tell us, man, it was fucking bullshit. It feels like we've got so close on social media to getting NASA debunked. And every time we get close to it, it seems to be we're taking our few steps back. Like Joe Rogan would come out with stuff, and everybody was like, yes, Joe Rogan's fucking debunking the moon landings. And then the next minute, he's got Neil deGrasse Tyson who's convincing him it's happened. I mean, and then the whole world's convinced. Because Neil deGrasse Tyson convinces Joe Rogan, the whole world's convinced now. It's almost like a reverse thing that they do on us. Just to bring it up, Joe Rogan will bring up the issue and then convert everyone. Because Joe Rogan thinks so, I'm going to think that too, because he's cool.